Hello mọi người, cảm ơn bạn đã quay trở lại với Học Tiếng Anh OK. Mình tên là Duy hoặc là David và hôm nay mình muốn nói chuyện về một điều mà mình đang học bây giờ. So, today I kind of want to talk about what I've learned recently, and what that is that if we want to live our best life, live the most exciting life that we can, or just the most fulfilling life, we need to be proactive. And let me explain. So, this comes about because I just finished school and I finished up my finals, all my tests. I'm not currently enrolled in classes. I'm about to enroll in another class so that I can keep learning. But I finished all those projects, I finished all the hard work, and I've had about a week or two where I don't really have anything structured or scheduled into my day. So it's like I don't have to be anywhere at a specific time. Whereas over the last semester, I've had to be at school by 8:30 or 9 every day because I had a class at 10 every single morning. So it was very structured, very consistent. I knew exactly where I needed to be and when I needed to be there. But now that I'm out of classes and I don't have a job, I don't have anything going on. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to wake up at a certain time. I don't have to go to bed at a certain time. So it feels like everything kind of just like dissolved. And the phrase that I would use to describe this feeling of everything just kind of disappearing and all the structure going away would be bumming around. So, bumming around is kind of a phrase to describe when you're not doing anything, when you're not being productive, when you don't have anything that you're contributing to the world around you. So, for example, I'm out of school, so right now I'm just bumming around. I'm not doing anything productive. I'm not doing anything crazy. So that's kind of a phrase that I would use for that. And that feeling is something that I've been experiencing a lot lately because it's like I don't have a job. I'm not going to school. I'm kind of just chilling. I'm kind of floating. And I don't want it to be like that. So, what I've learned recently is that you need to be proactive in those times where stuff isn't just coming your way. Like with school, school is structured, it's set up so that you know when to be there and what you need to do. And it's all based on assignments from other people. So it's not self-driven. There are classes that you can take that are more self-study and independent study stuff. But in my experience, in my situation, I'm not taking those classes. So it's whatever the professor tells me I need to be doing, that's what I'm doing. And the same goes for work. If you get a job, then you get your schedule, you show up for the schedule, you do the tasks that are assigned to you. Whereas when you have all this free time where you're not working and you're not going to school, you don't have people telling you this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. You become that person. You need to be the one that's saying, okay, today I'm going to work on this. This is the next thing that I want to work on. And I'm not saying you have to be constantly busy. That's a different thing. I like to take breaks. But sometimes when you are resting way too much, then it just feels like you're not living a full life. At least that's how it is for me. So that's something I've been learning, is that I need to be proactive in what I want to do, what I choose to do with my time, especially now that it's more free. So, as you've probably noticed, I've started working on this YouTube channel a lot more. I started sitting down every day and saying, okay, I'm going to record a video today. And I tried to do one video per day. Sometimes things get in the way of that, but I'm working towards getting a video shot and edited and posted all in one day so that we have a lot of content for the future. And what's been really cool about that is it's shown me how effective I can really be. Like I used to only do one video per week, maybe 2 videos per week when it was me and Guo, and we were just filming once a week. But now I'm seeing that if I do a little bit of time, I can do a video in about 1 to 2 hours in one day. And that's pretty cool to me. It shows me how much more I can be doing. Not that I have to be doing that every day, and not that I always need to do that, but it shows me that I can do that I know how to, that I'm capable of doing that. And that is really empowering because it tells me that I can do a lot more, and I'm capable of more things coming my way than I am used to doing. So in addition to working on the YouTube channel, something that I've been doing is applying for jobs. I've talked about this in videos before. I've talked about the frustration and the difficulty that comes along with that. I recently had a job interview. That was yesterday, actually. Time flies. But I had that interview yesterday, and it was a new experience for me because when I went into the interview, it wasn't just me and one other person doing the interview. It was me and then all of the department heads for the position I was applying for. So there were 4 other people there that were all interviewing me. And that was a little bit scary, a little bit frightening because I'm used to the one-on-ones. But when there are 4 different people and they're all in a position higher than you, it's kind of scary to sit down and like pitch yourself to them. But that was a new experience for me. And I didn't get the job. They called me a few hours later and said, hey, we're going to go with someone else because you can't work for as long as we would need you. So we're going to go with someone else. And that was a bummer. I get it. I get why they're not hiring me. But it was a tough thing. But even though it was tough, it taught me some new things. And one of the things that was really cool for me was just sitting down in that interview and trying to talk to people about my work and my experience with shooting videos and editing and all of that. I found that I was a lot more comfortable than I had been in the past. I remember doing job interviews where I walk in and I am so scared because I've never tried to promote myself so that I could get a job. And I found that this time around, it was a lot more comfortable. It was a lot more easy because I had done it before. And now, after doing this one, I feel a lot more comfortable going into another interview and saying, hey, this is what I do. And really, it's not so much me begging for a job as it is saying, hey, this is what I can do. And if that fits the role that you need filled, then I would love to work for you. But if not, then that's fine. If I'm not the fit, I'm not gonna push because neither of us would be happy if I got hired for that position and I wasn't the right person. So that's been kind of interesting for me, is just developing some different skills that I haven't done while I've been in school. Because school is a little bit different. It's not real world job interview, get jobs working, and it's not all of that stuff. It's a little bit different. So it's been good to play around in that world, in that sandbox, and get ready for this next year when I graduate, when I'm really looking for a job. Because right now I'm looking for kind of a part-time position where I can get experience, get some money, but I'm not looking to stay there forever. Another thing that I've been looking into is taking some spring term classes because I don't have a lot going on and I want to keep focusing on kind of developing my skills as an advertising major. And the class that I'm going to take is one where real world clients come to our program, to our agency, and they give us a brief. And then we present ideas, we come up with the ideas, and then we present them and pitch them to the client. And once we've pitched them, if they get green lighted or they get approved, then we go ahead and we make that, which would be really cool. I'd be really excited to see how the real world of advertising works. Because right now in school, it's kind of, you do your own projects, you pick what you want to do, you have a lot more freedom. But when you work with clients, it's a little more constrained. And I want to see what that world's like and see if that's something that I feel comfortable in and feel like I can fully participate in. So that's something I'm looking at doing, and I'll probably be starting here this next week. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I don't know exactly what it'll look like, but I think it should be good for me to develop my skills. And it'll also help me keep from staying too far away from a schedule, because I like to have a nice schedule. It doesn't have to be super rigid and super tough to follow, but if there's at least like a guiding principle that feels good to me, where I know kind of what I need to do next, that's helpful for me. So it'll be good because this class will meet every day at 11 a.m., which is kind of a lot, but at the same time, it's not bad at all. It's good for me to get up, go, work on something, and then move forward with the rest of my day. So really what all of this is, what I'm sharing with you right now, it's kind of what my life looks like and kind of what I'm experiencing and learning and trying to understand. And the principle that I've gained from it is really be proactive, take charge of your life. There are things that are out of our control, but then there are things that we can step up and choose to control. Like for me, I could throw away my schedule completely and not even try to get a job or not even try going to school or just not do anything, not even run this YouTube channel. Like that's a decision. I could make that and I could say, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to bum around. And I think there are times for that, but also it feels really good to me when I'm trying to do things, when I'm trying to be proactive. And I don't know about you, but when I see a finished project or I see the end result of all of this hard work that I put into something, that for me is very rewarding. I love that feeling when I sit down and I record a video and maybe it takes a lot longer than I expect it to. And then I cut it together, I get it all edited, I get it polished up, and then I export it, and it looks great, and I feel really good about it. I feel proud that I made something instead of just sitting around doing nothing, maybe scrolling Instagram. I don't want to spend my entire life scrolling the internet. Honestly, I really don't, and it's something that I struggle with, and I'm sure a lot of people get that, they understand that, they've been through that. And it's something that I want to fill my time with things that are more meaningful to me. Because when I scroll, I don't feel any sort of empowerment or self-growth. I don't feel like I've improved in any way. But when I sit down and I record a video like this, I think, wow, I am learning. I'm living a life and I'm trying to share it with other people. I'm trying to connect with people that are on the other side of the world. That's wild. That's insane to me that I can sit down in my bedroom, I can open up my computer, turn on my mic, turn on my camera, and I can record this video and have someone on the other side of the world watch it and learn something. Maybe it's how to pronounce some words, how to listen to English better, or maybe just culture in America. I don't know what you learn from these videos. I hope they're very helpful for you. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity and I have the means and the ability to put these videos out for you. And if there's anything else that you want from this channel, if there's some topic you want me to share or you want me to explain something, please let me know. I would love to answer that. I'm not a certified English teacher. I'm not perfect at any of this language teaching stuff, but I am willing and open to help you out. If you have questions, let me know. And if there's specific topics that you want to hear about, or if you're curious about what I do outside of YouTube and school and all that, feel free to ask. And yeah, that's all I've got. Bye bye, yeah.